take their stance. Only pros and beauty queens here, they all get their chance. Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. From Bulbasaur to Charizard, strong and stunning and bright. Every battle's a star show, every match a pure delight. Electric sparks and fiery blaze, trainers shouting a cheer. This is where dreams are made, winning's our quest. Oh dear, Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. The Thickies Pokemon League, we're the best and the bold. Only beauty can compete, only legends are told. Flashing lights and roaring crowd, in the ring they take their stance. Only pros and beauty queens here, they all get their chance. Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. From Bulbasaur to Charizard, strong and stunning and bright. Every battle's a star show, every match a pure delight. Electric sparks and fiery blaze, trainers shouting a cheer. This is where dreams are made, winning's our quest. Oh dear, Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. The Thickies Pokemon League, we're the best and the bold. Only beauty can compete, only legends are told. Flashing lights and roaring crowd, in the ring they take their stance. Only pros and beauty queens here, they all get their chance. Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Thickies Pokemon League podcast. It's going to be week 2 we've got for you here tonight. Week 1, very timely fashion there. Mr. Machiavelli joining me here in the booth.
How we doing?
We're not doing great. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
Hashtag Missoula.
Here we know.
Not a fan.
Yeah, tough loss.
Not a fan, I'll tell you that much. Pritchard wide open on the wing there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not sure what that was, Bob.
Anyway, we got some week 2 matchups here and some predictions.
Yep.
First up, Cerulean Conference. We got Sableye versus Evil Squirrel. I think that's Greedent. What do you see out of these two week 1?
I think Greedent, taking on Chiva. Obviously, Chiva was a favorite going into that one, but I liked what I saw out of Greedent. Really had some good counterplay versus the Comfey setting up. The Meloetta with the Assault Vest was a good counterplay. Psyshock doing a good chip damage, was able to shut down Comfey. Unfortunately for it, just didn't find the scenarios where he got himself into, clearing the hazards. Chiva kind of overwhelmed. Obviously, Weavile with the Choice Band can only come in, 3 to maybe 4 times with the spikes and the rocks. So Chiva played good.
I did catch some of that series. Reminded me quite a bit of like Missoula Ball, where something's there, but you can't quite figure it out. Can't really close it out.
Sableye took a tough loss versus Pacheco. One game was close at the end there. I know 2-0 there. So, looking at this one, from the body of work, I liked what I saw at Greedent. I like what I saw at Greedent's team. Sableye as well. Kind of a tough team as well. He's got the Baxcalibur, King Gambit, Primarina combo going. Like what I saw at Superior as well. Will we see Gyarados get going this week? I think that's something to keep an eye on. But I'm going to roll with Greedent here. I really like Weavile in this matchup, especially if Primarina goes down. Valiant is in a much better position here too as well. Really tough going for Valiant last week versus Chiva, as we talked about in the previous podcast with Goldango and Comfey hanging out. Even Arbok was a tough ask. I'm gonna go Greedent 2-1 here.
Yeah, I think the scrappy veteran will come out on top in this scenario. which brings us to Pacheco versus Tobias, who is the reigning chump. Oh, that's producer got me with the teleprompter there. That's champion, I believe.
Yeah.
Coming in hot, fresh off a dominant week 1 victory. What did you see out of these two camps?
Tobias made quick work illegally in his match, did terrestrialize a Kamala, which didn't end up mattering in the long term. Made quick work of Ichigo. Pacheco scrapped the way to win there. I like Pacheco's team. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to stop Tobias's new look offense here. I think Azumarill's got a pretty decent matchup here, especially with the sand. I think Toxapex is going to be on its toes there. I wouldn't discount Pacheco here necessarily. I do like Torn T here. Gliscor is going to have to play a pivotal role here. Obviously, Excadrill is going to be trying to dodge that Gliscor one-on-one. Just think Tobias has got too much going on his team now. I'm going to go Tobias 2-0.
Yeah, and that blunder last week, the broken rule from the Tobias camp, really a failure of the front office. You really got to watch and make sure you've got good staff up there in the executive box to catch things like that. Otherwise, you'll find yourself losing more often than not. Producer seems to have it out for Tobias, from what I'm told. Something to keep an eye on there. I've got Pacheco 2-0.
Interesting.
And next up, we've got Chiva and we've got Lil Luxio. Now, I believe Chiva did win week 1 convincingly. And Lil Luxio, whatever happened there?
Luxio lost the first game, I believe, to DC. Was pretty much walled by Blink's team. Right on of the fairy variant. Pretty much just taking care of Luxio's team. You need to see more out of Urshifu, I think, if Luxio wants to get some wins on the board here, and I think this is a good way to get him going. Bring Goldango to town. Urshifu is going to be licking his chops there. Got to keep it away from Comfy, of course. I think Arbok will play a big role, intimidate, knocking down that attack a little bit. Goldango versus Kyurem is not a scenario that you want to see. Going to be a tough uphill battle here. Of course, Clef does not want to face Goldango. I'm going to go Chiva here. I think Chiva's got the upper hand on paper. I'm just looking at it, side by side. Rillaboom could kind of just really click a lot of buttons here. Really just kind of have its way. I mean, Kilowattrel's going to come in, but yeah, I'm going to go Chiva 2-1 here.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Chiva, very scrappy veteran. I think one of the contenders this season, to be sure.
Yeah.
Ichigo 90 versus Herondai. I think this one's a toss-up based on what I've seen so far.
Yeah, this one's going to be a toss-up. They're actually right next to each other on the dock, so I can kind of look at this side by side. I like seeing things side by side, a little bit easier to view. I like what I saw out of Herondai, though. He took a game off DP. Might have caught DP sleeping a little bit. Things fell apart game 3, obviously, for Herondai there. DP kind of manhandled him, smuggled him across the border, if you will.
Whoa.
I think something you got to watch for here, though, in this toss-up variant, Ichigo getting hazards up, it's going to be tough for Herondai to withstand that. As we saw, DP set up hazards. Ursaluna just can't keep coming back in. That burn is going to take some toll. Rocks is going to take some toll. It's going to be tough. I like what I saw tech-wise from Herondai. Does he have enough this week? I think he does. I'm going to go Herondai 2-1.
Yeah, I think Herondai, another gritty veteran, really equipped to do well versus this rookie, who did not impress week 1.
Nope.
Blink and Frost DP, former champion.
Yeah, I'm just going to go DP here, just off body of work. Haven't really seen a lot of Blink so far. Did see a little bit. Unfortunately, his first game, like I said, was cut down due to timer. Luxio fell asleep at the wheel in game 1, lost 6-5, bounced back a little bit game 2. Looking at it side by side, I think Blink has a little bit of advantage here. Wellspring and Latios versus Great Tusk. I think DP's just going to kind of weasel his way around, though. I think he's got ways to work around both those things. Heatran versus Latios is a good way to answer it. I think Spectre can come in and clean up on Latios if it needs to. I think he's also got Fez to kind of maybe have an answer for Wellspring. Not too great of an answer, but Jolteon's going to play a role here. Just going to go DP, I think, in a gritty series. 2-0.
I agree with that assessment. DP, former champion, very formidable opponent, washed up according to some, close to the camp, but still I think the favorite in this matchup. Saffron Conference, we've got Mino versus MRF.
Yeah, MRF a really impressive week one against Stay and Save, who the Frisian Corp did not like Stay and Save's team, and I think I'm starting to see why, that ripple effect. He's not good defensively, got exposed. Caesar, Raging Bolt were really just running trains, on Stay and Save's team in that week, and it really opened up in Game 3 where he won 4-0. Stay and Save scrapped his way to a Game 2 win, 1-0. Stay and Save lost Game 1, 5-0. If you look at the disparity there, MRF bodied him, and I think that's what MRF is going to do here versus Mino. Not a slack against Mino, just kind of like what MRF is throwing on the table this season. I think Caesar is going to look good here. Look for Caesar to get going. Can you turn into Mew pretty fearlessly here? I just kind of going lean MRF here. I really think I like his team. I really do.
Yeah, I think MRF is very solid. Has a great overall package. Well-rounded coach. I think he's the favorite here. I think 2-0. Then Hanzi versus Mr. Boy.
Yeah, Mr. Boy played good. I like the way we saw it at Mr. Boy. Dragapult had a good showing. I think Vileplume had a really good showing. Little substitute leech seed stall shenanigans. Deontay running Trick Room. I think he's got an interesting team this season. A lot of people are high on Mr. Boy coming in this season. Love to start off with a win against Lit Cat, who I'm going up against. Got a close look at that. I'm going to go with Mr. Boy. I think he's going to carry the momentum. I think Dragapult looks really good here, as it always does for the most part. I think Low Kicks can kind of click some moves as it wants to going up against this. I think Hanzi's team's a little slow. I think we talked about that on the first podcast. And, you got Torkoal, super slow. Arboliva, super slow. Luna, super slow. Annihilate has to run Scarf to outspeed things. I think Polt can kind of pick its way around in this series. I think Crocodile's going to play a role here, especially with the Torkoal running around and the Tinkaton. I like Mr. Boy. I think Hanzi can get a win, but I'm going to go Mr. Boy 2-1.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Staying Safe versus Tomato.
So Tomato won in a scrappy series, dropped Game 1 against Maki, picked it up tech-wise Game 2, and then Reverum swept in Game 3, cleaned up, if you will. Maki, obviously one of the contenders in the Saffron Conference. A lot of people like Maki's team. I think that's something to watch. Tomato, big win. A lot of hype from the Tomato camp coming into this season. Just don't see a scenario where Staying Safe is going to get momentum here. I like Tomato in this one. Again, I just think Staying Safe's had more avatar changes, profile picture changes on Discord than wins so far this season. And if that's going on, I think he's a little bit dysfunctional in the camp. He's changed it 4 or 5 times already, and it's week 2. I think Tomato's going to have a plan here. I think Meowscarada looks good into Dragonite. I think Meowscarada looks good into Quaquaval. I think you can play around the Mandibuzz. Keep Meowscarada away from Iron Moth. I think it's going to be a series where maybe you see a little Assault Vest Hitmontop here. I'm going to go Tomato 2-1.
Ooh, I like Staying Safe here. I think he's back, and I think he's ready to contend again. I got Staying Safe 2-0, based on what I know about the two and based on what I've seen.
Wow.
So far. We'll revisit these matchups next week.
Hey, now.
Hey, we'll see. We'll have the record keeper, Mr. Producer.
Have him take a look at that.
Yeah, see. May start allowing bets on the matchups here. Producer in talks with a app developer as we speak. Anyway, Lit Cat versus Valley. I know who I got here. I want to see what.
Yeah, we know who you're going to take here. You're taking Lit Cat 2-0.
No, I was going to take Valley 2-1 in a gritty series.
Oh, I thought you were going to take Lit Cat. Yeah, I kind of looked at this one briefly while I was at work. Kind of looked at it. Lit Cat obviously made a trade here. Deoxys Speed looked really good into my team. Urshifu Rapid Strike is still really good, but I kind of feel a little bit better about not having to calc a bunch of different scenarios for a Dio. You kind of know what Urshifu's going to do. It's going to hit you hard, but you can kind of prep for it. Still an annoying rain team, it looks like. I kind of watch Litcat's game there. It looks like Litcat uses Klefki to set the rain. Got to watch out for that. Lando I does pretty well versus Sneasler. Got to watch out for that. It's going to be a good series. I think it's definitely going to be scrappy. Rabambi is another pickup. Galvantula was shed for Rabambi. Webb's Rain and Torterra smashing things. It's really deep team. Lots to prep for, but I think we'll be ready for it.
Yeah, gritty series, I think. Excited to watch that one. We'll try to get a live booth. Work with Mr. Producer on that as well.
Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Listen, Muscle Man in talks right now to sign a contract. Finished his work with the other league. They did not leave on agreeable terms, from what I'm told.
Yeah. Have to do something with the chili.
Yeah, something with the chili. Not that recipe that the producer shared last week, but something else entirely. Banded Dragon Knight is rather rude in the chat.
Not sure that is.
Officer Greedent's going to take that. You know, I think I know who it is based on the shit cat.
Yeah.
We're going to have Officer Greedent look into that right away. And finally, we've got Maki. We've got Marto 11. What did you see out of these two week one?
So, primarily, and this is from the Maki camp, Maki likes best of ones better than best of threes. And I think you saw that. I think a little bit staleness of the tech and the prep as the series went on. Tomato kind of found a way back into the series, right? I know, showing off a couple different things. Problem with Maki is I think some of the mons are predictable, and I think that's the problem in the best of three. You draft predictable mons over the course of a series, people are going to start figuring things out. Marto, I had a pretty good match, which I think we're going to see the replay coming up. Marto's got a tough team to break down. A couple of tough mons on there. Looking at it on paper, I think Maki has the better team, but I wouldn't really shy away from taking Marto here to cover. Terrapagos, Roar Moon, Slowking, Geezing, a lot of good mons on that team. Even Thunder T at the bottom there, somebody to watch for. I mean, if Roar Moon gets going, it's kind of scary into Maki's team. +1 acrobatics after Zam gets phased out, defense drop. I think Marto has a couple things that Maki doesn't want to see. I'm gonna go Marto 2-1 here. I like Marto on the upset, man. I do.
Yeah, I think I like Maki 2-1 based on just the team matchup alone. Not sure how to rank the two comparatively, but I like Maki here overall. And now we're going to bring you some replays handpicked by Machiavelli himself. We're going to start.
No, this was JJ Bigabottoms.
JJ Bigabottoms with the assist.
Yep. Yeah, 3 games of the week brought to you by TPL.
Yeah, I don't recognize either of these names on the screen. Machiavelli, walk us through this.
I can tell you once it gets pulled up. Still knocked it out of mine.
Should be there.
Looking at Russell Westbrook and Lion from Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. Matchups on the left side. TPL ball.
You're going to have to lock in. Pull up those replays. Play them alongside the producer.
Oh, what now?
Pull up those replays. Watch them alongside the producer right now. And we'll get the live coverage of these games to the people. Otherwise, you will be behind.
Yeah, I can be honest with you. I can click the replays up here.
Yeah, click the replay and
I don't even know. Hold on.
Yeah, the replays
Which
are
one are we
up.
on?
The replays are
Vasquez and Girl Boss? Yeah, they're not up on my screen. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go.
Yeah, but it's way
They're up.
behind.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you see?
All right, so yeah, we got Pacheco 48 versus Sable 97. So yeah, if you look at this one head to head, I think this is something that you know you're looking at on paper. Is Pacheco has got to keep Baxcalibur under wraps here. I mean, the Levitate Bronzong is something that you can live with here. Obviously, the problem is Arcanine is going to be mashing buttons, and it was pretty much everyone on that team, right? I mean, you know, Choice Band Arcanine, I thought looked great on paper here. Not really sure if Sablenine brought it. Is the game going?
Yeah, game's
We
been
click play.
going. Game's been going. Yeah.
It's not moving on my screen
Yeah, I told you there's a
at all.
delay. That's why you got to watch alongside the producer. It's
Okay.
been talked about many times in the boardroom. Got to tune in.
Yeah.
Got to lock in.
Yeah. We're trying, man. Hold on. We pull this game up, man. All right, there we go.
You want me to start it over, man? Unbelievable.
Yeah, please.
A lot of jackass.
I just saw an Ogre Pond knock out a.
All right, we're resetting it.
Ogre Pond just knocked out a.
All right. Tell me when we're going to click play at the same time. Count it down.
All right, hold on. Here.
Hello.
I'm clicking play.
Let's go.
There we go.
Nice countdown.
That's yeah, turn 1, Horn Leech, just don't know why you stay in there. If you're Scald Manaphy, aka Sable 9. I guess he just really had no idea what to do there. Probably would have, opted to go into Arcanine or something like that, if you had the Scarf variant. Problem is now, Pex is getting up the hazards, getting up the toxic. You got no spinner.
You really like to see
So,
a head
I mean-
smash there from the Arcanine.
Yeah.
Just does a lot more damage, a lot more threatening in that regard.
I do like the glare on the Superior. I just don't know what you're doing here. You're poisoned, and you are behind a sub, clicking Leaf Storm into an Ogre Pond. Guess you got nothing else better to do on a Friday night.
You're going to get the boost, but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean, there's a miss. And eventually the Cudgel's going to break through, but the poison's really just nullifying all your leftovers. Then you just switch out. You go into Arcanine, you take another poison. I mean, you pretty much could have saved the Primarina, right? Turn 1, going into Arcanine, based on that Cudgel damage.
Yeah, quite possibly.
And then Peck's just going to come in, and now everything's getting badly poisoned. So at this point, you're really on the back foot here, Sable 9. Leaf Storm not really doing anything at all to this Ogre Pond. It's quad resist, right?
Yeah, absolutely quad resisted. No doubt about it. You can tell by the damage there. Even double boosted, not going to be enough.
No. It's starting to do 31% after it's maxed out. And then there's the Horn Leech. Good night. And at this point, Pacheco just doesn't have to really do too much.
Yeah, this Ogre Pond's
Pexy.
been paralyzed over half the game and has just done untold damage. It's really going to be hard to come back from that.
Yeah, and Arcanine really just starting to get chipped down here by the poison. Stone Edge crit does not matter. Peck says recover. How you doing? And at this point, you really just have to protect yourself. If you're Pacheco, I don't even know how to say that name.
I'll tell you what,
Pachequitos.
a head smash crit would have KO'd that Toxapex.
Yep.
Bang.
Yep. And then here comes King Gambit. Would have liked to have seen King Gambit and a different variant here. Coming in with 3 mons left. Yeah. There's the Vikavolt.
Good night.
Problem with the Baxcalibur is now he's on a little bit of a timer. And Bronzong is most likely levitate, so you really can't do anything to it. Here it comes.
Yeah, I think you really want to see
There's
a
the Glaive
cudgel
Rush.
there, too.
What's that?
I think you really want to see a cudgel there that turn instead of a Horn Leech.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just click Cudgel into the rest of the team. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think trying to preserve that 16% paralyzed Ogre Pond is really that valuable.
No.
But here we are.
Yeah, and then the Torn T is going to come in. Bleak Wind. Not really sure that crit mattered too much. Game's pretty much over. And Pachequitos is going to take a victory here. Yeah, King Gambit's going to have a little bit of a say here. Gets a little hectic.
Yeah,
Counts
this
out
looks
Cleve.
like a
Boom. See
nice
it?
King Gambit in-game, actually.
Yeah. Switch out there. Does recognize the Terra Fighting is here. Pex. Terra Blast. Boom. Does get hectic here at the end. This is why we picked this game. There's the crit. Not really sure it mattered. And then Mimikyu is just going to clean up. Good night, Irene. See you later. Good Terrastalize. from Pachequitos. And that's that one. All right, what's the next one up on the
That is you and Mar 11.
Mar? Oh yeah,
Ready to click that one, sir?
I'm clicking. Yeah, I'm clicking.
Boom, click away.
Click away. Yeah. So, looking at this one, I really liked Mamoswine into this one, and once I realized Misty Terrain was the ability on the Geezing, I mean, you look at the team, and you could pretty much click Earthquake or Knockoff in pretty much every mod on this team. Was the Life Orb variant, so Earthquake's easy to a KO. Obviously, going into Thundy right here, so you click Knockoff, and then you just clean up with Ice Shard after this. And once Thunderous is down, Suicune has got a sweet matchup rest of the way. I was running the Electric Suicune, so I could beat Slowking one-on-one. Thoughts on that Suicune sprite there, Mikey?
It's quite the beautiful sprite. Great
It's a good
mon,
one.
underrated, I think. Great pick by the Soho camp.
Yep. And then Surf is going to do that. I know he's going to clear Smog. I'd rather just get him out of the way, so going to go up 6-4 here, a quick Surf. My main goal is to really just keep Suicune preserved. I got to watch out for Roaring Moon late game. Looks really good into my team. Pagos comes in. This is where I kind of had a brain fart. I didn't really calc this one-on-one. Don't really kind of look at the calculator in the games. I have a good feel for the game, so I kind of just eyeball a lot of things and kind of messed this up right here. I could have stayed in. Kept going Calm Mind for Calm Mind. Doesn't really do a lot. Sneasler was going to get banged on right there. I thought he'd go for another CM. At this point, people in the chat thought it was over, but I kind of had something in the back here. Hatterene Nuzzle was always going to save me. Had to get a big roll on it, though, but there's the Star Storm. I'm going to live. Big Nuzzle. And then now you just kind of got to get Suicune back in there and start clicking buttons. Hopefully a para comes, and then Roam Rune really can't hit me too bad if I'm water type, so I gotta stay water, not go electric, because I knew he had the EQ. Didn't know what his move here was, though. He was the speed, so pretty sure I live a knockoff here. Yeah. It was a good ending, man. Could have gone either way. I'm gonna let the fans look at this one.
Really good.
That was a misclick from him.
Really good Mamoswine matchup. Mamoswine has great matchups typically.
Yeah, Mamoswine, a very scrappy, gritty mon, thick, fat, great ability. This is where it got a little hectic, though. Just because Entei late game is really scary now that Suicune's pretty much gone. And then, Entei's going to clean up here, Sacred Fire. Mamoswine's going to come in. Even with thick, fat, he's getting banged on. But, no hazards up means good old Poltegeist is coming in, barring a burn. Did not get the burn. 50% chance burn. Not hitting was a little bit of hex for my part. But if you look at Poltegeist here, this is what he's going to do. Late game. Shadow Ball. Boom. See ya. 1% taking
not a
home the
convincing
victory.
win. Coin flip ultimately. Very disappointing for the Soho camp, to be quite honest. I think I changed my
Game one.
pick.
That was game one.
I think I changed my pick. Who we got next?
We have Tomato versus Maki in the game of the week from the producer, JJ Bigabottoms, and the Frizz Corp. This was nominated as the game of the week. I clicked it already.
Oh, yeah, I clicked.
Okay. So, obviously, this one is going to be something you got to watch for. I personally thought Battle Bond Greninja looked really delicious here. It was the protein variant. I just think Battle Bond puts a ton of pressure on not only the trainer that is facing it, but I think any mon that's really weak, you kind of want to keep it away from it, right? We did hear from Tomato that Meowscarada was Sash. We don't believe that guy at all. We think that was a lie in the chat and just trying to just clear the name. But, Quillfish looked like a really good sprite in this scenario. Unfortunately, you're going to see Vasquez 3470 Terastalize and get going here. I actually really like this this set here from Pacheco, Tomato, whatever the hell the name is. You can see the bulk up get going here. T-Bolt. Obviously, Static's going to proc at one point. 2 triple axles, boom. Problem is now, I guess Mikey was fearing Mach Punch there, or maybe just wanted to get Intimidate off. Personally, I thought a Mach Punch was coming. There's the pain split from Quilliam. Rapid spin, get the speed up, but at this point, I think the problem is now you took yourself out of Greninja KO range for a second there, but now you're just wasting mons with this thing. You're down 6-4. You got no momentum. Right here, Battle Bomb would have been really good. And then, if you're looking at this, Mikey, I'm not sure if you're still looking at it.
Oh yeah, we're paying close attention here.
Yeah, if you're looking at this, I mean, all the momentum is in Tomato's favor right now. Whoop.
Yep.
Yeah, we still got you here, man.
Yeah, we're just watching and listening to the great
Okay.
commentary that Soho's providing.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm not really sure where all these nicknames are coming from. Paper Moon King and Skipper. We'll have to reach out to both the coaches on what they actually mean. I think the one thing with Tomato's team, it's kind of frail, honestly. Rotom Wash, okay backbone. I kind of like Maki's team in the build-up here. I just think Tomato started out playing here. Meowscarada looks really good. And problem is now, late game Enamorus looks really good here, man. Even with Cosmo. I think Cosmo is the nickname for the Fairly Odd Parents. We're going to say Cosmo and Wanda, right?
It gotta be. Can't think of
Gotta
anything
be,
else.
right? I don't know any other Cosmos running around.
Cosmo
Gonna
Kramer,
get that
Seinfeld, checking in.
Cosmo Kramer, yeah, that's a good one. Could be for him. Actually, looks like him. Here's Trixie taking some chip. But at this point, I think you're really just trying to get some chip on it, Trixie. And then Enamorus should clean up late game. I believe it is the Scarf variant based on how he's playing. Yeah. Boom, just trying to get some chip. Greninja out of range. Enamorus knocks it down. Tomato takes this one 2-1. This was game 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty close matchup, it looks like.
That was a good one, man.
Chat
Band of
says-
Dragonite said Veli off to a weak start, if you ask me.
Absolutely. Looks that way to me as well. I did make a lot of moves right before the deadline, however, this week.
Yeah, we changed up the team completely. So did Luxio.
Yeah, bad move dropping Mamoswine, in my opinion. Bad piece of business.
I still got one move. He could come back. We'll see if he does.
Yeah, I don't
Something to think
so.
about.
I'd be, disrespect has been dealt.
Don't see how, but we're happy to get Orthworm. We're happy to get a Como. News around the league brought to you by JJ Big at Bombs. Transactions around the league. There was a lot of them. We'll run through these real quick. Luxio, Palisand for Serena. Thwacky, gone. Gligar in. Infernape out. Magneton in. Magneton's a Terra Captain. Alolan Sandslash. Sliced off the Deli Pastrami. Slicer. Iron Leaves is in. Luxio changed up the team after some losses. Hansi dropped Swampert, picked up Conk. Swampert was not on the market for long. Quagsire gone. Swampert in for Greedent. Herondai. Kingdra out. Vaporeon in. Soho made a lot of moves. You can read them. We don't got to talk about them. You'll see them on Friday Night Dicky. Tobias made a lot of moves. Panic moves in Tobias camp. We'll see. Big Z shaking things up. Marathon, not a sprint, big guy. Belly Bolt is in for Tobias. Mesprit is out. Volcarona out. Blaziken in. See if that means anything in the long run. Not really sure. Mike, you got anything for us?
Nah, I think that's it.
That's it. Litcat made 2 moves. Como O out. Galvantula out. Rabambi and Raikou in. Regieleki gone. For what reason? We're not sure. Zoomerl in. Look out for Azu to be shining in this week's matchup. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you by Thicky Burger. Use code Thicky at checkout to get 1/2 burger off. Extra Thicky sauce. JJ Bagel Bottoms Power Rankings coming out week 4. Mikey, anything else for us?
No.
Take us out of here. Everyone have a good